right, we start tonight with a busy day for holiday travel, with some at Atlanta's airport left waiting for hours trying to get home. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Faith Jesse.
And I'm Savannah Levins in for Jennifer Bellamy. Let's take a look at the security line at Hartsfield-Jackson. This was the security line this morning. Whew, TSA says airports were playing catch up today after a wave of cancellations on Christmas. Winter weather in other parts of the country causing a ripple effect here. We have team coverage tonight as holiday travelers make their way home. We've got Grace King watching the roads and rising gas prices, while meteorologist Melissa Nord has her eye on some drier weather.
Yeah, but first we want to start with Latasha Givens, who is live with what you need to know about those flight cancellations. So, Latasha, Southwest saw the most cancellations for the second year in a row, but still not as bad as last year, right?
That's right. Good evening, Faith and Savannah. What Southwest experienced last year is much different than what they're experiencing this year, with a much smaller number of travelers impacted, but they do have a plan to make things better. Now, this is what you need to know if your flight is delayed or canceled, and it's important to know the difference between the two. This time last year, a massive winter storm grounded thousands of flights between all airlines. But Southwest had the most, with nearly 17,000 cancellations because of weather and in-house issues. Earlier this month, the federal government fined the company $140 million.
Last year, I was caught up in that because there's a big conference that we all go to in Chicago.
So as hundreds of Southwest flights were canceled over the weekend, mostly because of dense fog out of Chicago Midway, Sydney Maurice was worried about her Christmas cruise.
I was definitely concerned, so we flew back and forth from Miami.
And thankfully, her flights weren't impacted this year.
The trip was awesome. It was very smooth. We were expecting a lot of delays for the airport, but we had no issues with Southwest this trip.
But if your flight is canceled, what are your rights as a passenger? Well, it comes down to whether your flight is canceled versus being delayed. According to the Department of Transportation, if your flight is canceled for any reason, you are entitled to a refund of the ticket plus fees, even if you purchase a non-refundable ticket. However, if your flight is only delayed, a refund is not guaranteed. DOT says you are entitled to a refund if there is a, quote, significant delay, but the government doesn't define what's considered a significant delay, saying it's a case-by-case situation. After having to cancel 400 flights between Sunday to Monday, a Southwest rep tells 11 Alive everything is back to normal Tuesday with no anticipated disruptions.
It's the first time I've been on Southwest, and I'll do it again.
And we have much more on our website about what you can expect for the rest of this holiday travel season as we get closer to the New Year's celebrations. Back to you.